Welcome to the Growth Through Adversity podcast, where men are forged, not coddled. Here we dive deep into the path of true transformation in pursuit of physical, mental, spiritual, and temporal growth. We talk training, nutrition, business, mindset, and spirituality. We embrace strength and we loathe ease. We reject weakness in every form and cultivate power, the will to power itself. This is the rebirth of modern man. Raw masculinity, tempered by reason, virtue, and right action, because nothing of value is earned without sacrifice. Let's begin our apotheosis together. Welcome to another episode of the Growth Through Adversity podcast with your host, Ragnar the Warwolf. Today, we are going to be talking a little bit about what I like to call the failure feedback loop or the all or nothing loop. And this is something that I see regularly. What's up, man? Just in time for the party. This is something that I see regularly with my clients, not just in the summer, but really throughout the year. And it's not only something that I see with my fitness clients, it's something that I see in about literally pretty much every sphere where you can succeed or fail. This failure loop is something that, what's happening, Peter? Good to see you, man. Join the party. So this failure loop is something Tuesday and Thursday every week, same time, is something that can derail us in our business, in our dreams, and definitely in our fitness goals. So, and the thing I'll preface this with asking is, how many times have you started over on your fitness journey? Because if the answer is like, what's up, man, is like regularly, you're somebody that's always starting over on Monday, or always going to start next month, or always going to start on on New Year, or what the fuck ever it is, then you are somebody that struggles with this feedback loop, this failure feedback loop, or the all or nothing loop and we're going to get into exactly what that means. New week, new me, all the marketing crazes that you hear and that I honestly take advantage of every year. And there's nothing wrong with starting that journey, but if you're having to restart it over and over and over again, there is a fundamental problem that's deep, that goes a little bit deeper. And this live today is about destroying that restart loop, because I want to see you guys get on this path and then stick with it and learn that this is not about perfection. Fitness is literally not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about adaptation. It's about fitting this into your life and the changing seasons of your life without ever really falling off, because every time you fall off, you're less likely to get back on. And the older that we get, the harder it gets to get back to where we were when we started. So you never really make progress. You just kind of stay stuck. You lose a bunch of weight and then you blow back up and get fucking fat again. And then you lose some more weight. But now when you blow back up, you're a little bit fatter. So you're actually moving in the wrong direction. And you're getting more overweight, you're losing muscle, and you're getting less healthy throughout your life. And that's not what I want to see from you guys. I want to see you guys move consistently in the other direction. And sure, we're going to have setbacks, and that's going to change, and it's going to adapt over time based on your life and what you have going on. But we want a consistent journey. So I cannot stress enough the principle of don't focus on perfection. Consistency over perfection. You're never going to be perfect. This journey is never going to be perfect or complete. It's going to adapt and change with you. And every time you hit a goal, or you hit a PR, or you hit a weight goal or a target in fitness, it's just going to open up the next one. So it's a never-ending journey anyways. So what is the restart loop? It's the trap. It's that trap of fall off, feel guilty about it, delay action of restarting, restart later, get back into the swing of it, and then repeat that process. A lot of people, this is like the if I'm describing your fitness journey for the last 15 years, don't trip, because you're not alone. I work with a ton of people that's it. That's what they've done their whole life. And it creates a chronic form of inconsistency, and it creates a chronic lapse in your discipline. And it's rooted in the lie that if I can't be perfect, I might as well just do nothing. And that is absolutely ludicrous, because again, this journey's never going to be perfect. And if you're seeking for it to be perfect, and what I mean by perfect is like you make a program, you make a plan, you make a meal plan, and like you adhere to that with 100% compliance every day, well, you're going to go on vacation. You're going to get busy at work. You're going to get sick. Your kids are going to get sick. You're going to get injured. You're going to have shit that derails you from that perfect ideal. And so if you're not able to adapt and change with it, then you're just going to quit. And then you're going to feel guilty about quitting. And then it's going to take you forever to restart again. And you're going to be further away from your goal and your target than you ever were. So don't become the man who's always starting and never finishing. You don't need another plan. You don't need to change something. You don't need the miracle cure. You just need rigid consistency. You just need to stick to something for a long duration of time, because that's what fitness is. It's delayed gratification. We're putting money in the bank today that we're going to be able to withdraw 10, 20, 5 years down the road, whatever it might be. We're not working right now for results right now. And I know that's like the antithesis of modern society, but we're working on a system of extreme delayed gratification. So you have to wrap your mind around that. So the all or nothing failure mindset. I missed a meal, so the day's ruined. I skipped a workout. Now I'm off track. Well, I might as well just skip the rest of the week because I missed one. Work got busy, so I stopped doing my check-ins. This mindset just fucking kills your momentum. You trade discipline for an unrealistic idea of perfection, right? An impossible idea of perfection. And that trade just makes you frail and knocks you off of your goals and sets you back more than just doing a little bit would have, right? So what triggers this restart loop? I see it all the time. Vacation's a huge one. I'm on vacation. I'll just get back on track when I'm home, right? I've stressed this in the summer. I've done a ton of lives on this all summer because we travel a lot in the summer, right? But the truth is, like, I just had 2 clients at my wedding, right? Actually, 3 clients at my wedding that came out and traveled out of state, and all of them stuck with the program while they were out of state. They went to the fucking gym. They got a little gym membership while they were in the state. They did what they needed to do. They probably didn't train like they were at home. They definitely didn't eat like they were at home. But because of that, their weight stayed about the same. And, they took a couple weeks off, had a great vacation, came up and celebrated the wedding without putting themselves 10 pounds behind on the weight loss journey. So it's doable. You just adapt to your vacation. You think about it like maintenance rather than you're trying to make a bunch of gains. Like, I'm going to maintain. I'm going to get a bunch of steps in. I'm going to protein anchor. So I'm going to eat most of my meals around protein, but I will enjoy a good meal every now and then. I'm going to work out. If I can't find a gym, I'm going to do body weight a couple days a week in my hotel room. Like, it doesn't have to be elaborate. You don't have to be like Ronnie Coleman and spend fucking 3 hours a day in the gym on your vacation. It's not necessary. 30 minutes twice a week and then walking a lot and staying active is more than a fucking enough. So don't tell me that you were too busy on your vacation to work out for 1 hour a week doing push-ups in your fucking hotel room or on the beach or something. And then walking, you're a human being that's capable of walking, fucking walk. So yeah, I don't have any empathy for it, because every time I go on vacation, I stick to the fucking program. And I usually don't derail at all, but I accept that I don't hold you guys to that standard. I'm a fitness coach. My whole world revolves around fitness. So I don't expect people to take it to the extreme level that I take it to. And I don't encourage you to take it to the extreme level. It's probably not necessary to take it to that extreme, but this is what I do for a living. But it is reasonable to expect you to work out for an hour a week on vacation and to get 10,000 steps a day. I don't think that's unrealistic. Injury. I can't do legs. I sprained my ankle playing softball, so now I'm just done. I can't work out at all. Well, your ankle is not attached to your shoulder, your bicep, your fucking back at all in any way or capacity. So you could hobble your ass into the gym and do a couple sets of bench press. Do what you can do. It sucks. Working out injured sucks. I get it, but doing it will also help you heal faster. So now I'm not saying if you tear your ACL that you should go back squat, fucking hit a PR or something. But I am saying that while you're injured, you should not let yourself get out of the frame of mind that you are somebody that maintains your health and fitness and goes to the gym regularly. And there's always something you can do, unless you're just like had a car wreck and broke every bone in your body or something. But it's very easy to work around these injuries, and they're going to heal faster if you do, because you're giving your body the signal that you need it to be active and you need it to heal, which is going to expedite the healing process. And then there's also the physiological effects of exercise: increased blood flow, more movement of synovial fluid, less inflammation. All of these things help the healing process. Sitting around on the couch and feeling sorry for yourself doesn't help the healing process. Work stress. Hear this one all the time. We're all stressed. We're all fucking busy. That you cannot continue to use that as an excuse to not reach your fitness goals, or you are going to be like the vast majority of modern Americans. And that's it. That's what they say. I'm too busy with work. And that's why I'm 100 pounds overweight. And that's why I'm pre-diabetic. And that's why I have high cholesterol. And that's why I'm taking years off my life. And it's not an excuse, because everybody that I know that goes to the gym also has a fucking job. And it's just a matter of priorities. Do you want to get off work and go home and watch Netflix for 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours or whatever the fuck? Or do you want to go spend 45 minutes in the gym and then go home and watch Netflix for 2 hours instead of 3? So it's about sacrifice and it's about priorities. And you've got to make fitness a priority, or else you're just going to be like everybody else. And you're just going to use the same weak ass, lame excuses that everybody else uses, that I'm too busy to work out. I run 2 businesses, and I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I work till 8 o'clock at night every fucking day. And I still hit the gym for 2 hours a day, every single day. I don't fucking miss. So and again, I'm a fitness coach, so let's not use me as I'm a bad example, because I'm fucking fanatic about this shit. I have a client named Tina. She works more than I do. She gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. She's a manager at a fucking warehouse. And then she has a second job at like a convenience store. She gets up at 3:30 in the morning and she works till like 8 o'clock at night, every fucking night. And she still goes to the gym every day for an hour and a half. She never fucking misses. If work gets so busy that she cannot go, she makes it up on one of her 2 off days every week. She is devoted, and she is dedicated. And that is why she has lost. I don't know if you're watching. I can't see Facebook, but if you are, you're a fucking rock star, Tina. And that is why she's lost 30 pounds in the last 6 months or however long she's been working with me, and built a ton of muscle, and is starting, and her physique's changing, and people are coming up to her in the gym and telling her, damn, you're making us all look bad. And it's really it's her work ethic. She just has committed herself to the process and has shown up, and she just doesn't make excuses. These are all just dressed up excuses. They're just dressed up excuses portrayed as logic. They're illogical. You have time for whatever you make time for, and whatever your priorities are. So if fitness is really a priority, like people are telling me, people come into my program and they tell me, oh, I really want to lose this 25, 30 pounds. But then their actions show me that they really don't give a fuck about being 30 pounds overweight, because they don't go to the gym. They don't eat the fucking food they're supposed to do. They whine all the fucking time. You know what I mean? And that's not that action, which actions really carry way more weight than words, tells me a whole hell of a lot more than any, like abstract idea of, hey, I want to lose 30 pounds. Well, okay, cool. This is how you lose 30 pounds. Well, I don't want to do all that. I don't know what to tell you guys. Every one of them is just giving yourself permission to quit, which is unacceptable. Why starting over is a weakness. Starting over means that you never actually built anything. Like, you just gave up on yourself. You gave yourself your word, right? You told yourself, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to follow through with this. This is important to me. And you set these goals, and then you broke a fucking oath to yourself. Like, that sucks. Now, if it's happened to you in the past, that's okay. I'm not saying that you should quit and be like, damn, I suck. I'm horrible. I can't keep a promise to myself. I'm saying that you should get better. This is constructive criticism. I'm saying that the next time you start this journey and you say, hey, I'm going to do this, you fucking follow through with it. It means you let these small interruptions break up your identity, right? Because this is tied into like our identity, who we are, who we want to become. Don't sacrifice that for like the small distractions and interruptions in your life, because those are always going to be there. You're never going to have a time where it's like perfect set of scenarios. I work 10 hours a week. I'm not busy at all. There's nothing else. There's no stress in my life. There's no stress with my kids. It's just like, I can fully commit to this now and it's never going to happen. It's unrealistic, right? We live in way too competitive of a world for that to ever be a thing. We're way too competitive of a species for that to ever be a thing. It's just, we're not wired for that. You're always going to be on the knife's edge. You're always going to be busy. This is always going to require sacrifice. Giving up other shit that you want to do is going to have to be sacrificed for this to some effect. So, how to kill the restart loop. Honestly, dude, like, lower the fucking bar. You guys set unrealistic expectations for yourself. Now, I'm not saying don't set unrealistic goals, because I love unrealistic goals. I have a fucking vision board over there full of unrealistic goals, right? But I also have a lot of smaller tactical goals along the way that will help move me towards those long-term, like, visionary goals, right? And also, like, so set a little bit lower, more, I don't want to say lower the standard because that comes across as fucking lame, but set more realistic standard for yourself, right? And what I mean by that, like, if you're super fucking busy and you're going through a crazy phase in life, like, don't be afraid to reach out to me and say, hey, life's a little too busy right now. Can we change the program a little bit? It's not going to fucking kill you if we drop you from 4 days a week to 3 days a week and cut some of the volume out and maybe add in a little more dynamic activity, a little more walking and steps throughout the day. So adapt your goals to the realistic situation and circumstances of your life so that you can actually achieve them, so that you don't feel like you're fucking failing. Because as long as you're consistently moving towards your fitness goal, you're not failing. When you're failing is when you quit and you say, oh, I'm too busy this month, I'll start next month. I'm too busy this week, I missed a workout, I'll just do it next week. Fuck that. Like, you have to be consistently moving towards your goals. That doesn't mean you cannot adapt the program when you're on vacation, when shit's super crazy, when you're going through some hard shit in your life. That is the key. That's the next level. That's really the next level. Once you wrap your mind around that adaptations can be made and your programming changes with your life and the seasons, like, but the consistency never falls off. That's when you reach the next level, and this just becomes a part of your identity and who you are. And once you do that, then going to the gym at that stage, not going to the gym at that stage sounds as weird as it does to going to the gym to somebody who's brand new and never been to the gym. Like, it's just a part of who I am. Like, if I don't go to the gym, I feel fucking weird about it. Like, I don't like myself. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And that's like the point that you want to get to, where it's just a part of who you are. So track what you can control: sleep, water, protein, steps, even the chaos. Try to mitigate and control some of these elements as much as possible and stack wins even on your off days. So take advantage of your off days to up your activity level, to get more steps in, to be more active, to go for a bike ride with your wife and kids, to go hiking, to do something to where you're putting money in the bank, and get addicted to not quitting, to following through with your fucking goals. Discipline is a dial. It's not a switch, right? It's not an on or off. It's a dial. It's something that you're going to turn up and up and up and get better at with time. Ruthless consistency over perfection. I cannot stress this enough. Like, perfection is weakness in disguise. If you're chasing perfection, you're never going to reach it, and you're always going to feel like you're failing, and it's always going to give you an excuse to quit. The strongest people are those who move forward even when life is messy. The man who shows up 70% every day beats the man who's perfect once a week, 100% of the time. If you're showing up to the gym and you're doing the best that you can, every day, and you're not missing any days, and it's like, man, I feel like I could do better, but I'm trying as hard as I can, and I'm learning, and I'm getting better. That's so much better than just showing up perfect once a week. Your identity must be built on consistency. And you got to reframe your setbacks. So injury, when I injure something, like if I injure my elbow, right, and I'm like not able to do pressing exercises or curls or what the fuck ever, the way that I look at that is like, okay, cool, now my legs are going to get fucking jacked. Same thing, if my knee's a little wonky and I'm like, probably shouldn't squat 500 this week, then it's like, okay, cool, my fucking chest and my shoulders are going to get fucking hammered. So it's all about how you, and then this just comes back to that, like, positivity is a weapon. Staying positive and seeing the best in every situation is the most dangerous fucking weapon you have, because life is going to throw curveballs at you. And if you have that mentality where everything is an opportunity to grow, then it's just like you're just going to get stronger by every adversity and every setback you face. So that's just a mindset thing. It's just a frame of mind. Vacation, again, maintenance. Focus on maintenance. Work out a couple days a week. Anchor with protein. Be relatively intelligent about what you eat. Don't stuff yourself at every meal every day, all day, and then drink a fucking gallon of beer every single day. Like, be cognizant, be conscious of it. Drink a lot of water, get a lot of steps, work out a little bit, try to eat as best as you can, and you're going to come back about the same weight as you left, and you're going to be you're not going to feel like you have to restart, right? Busy, scale the training back a little bit, but don't fucking shut it down, man. Every setback is a test to your identity. You can either grow and thrive through that shit, or you can just give up and quit like most people do. Use adversity as training. Look at it as an opportunity to grow on an individual personal level, and you will grow on an individual personal level. That is all I have today for this episode, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not seeing any questions popping up here, but if you guys are struggling with your fitness journey and you need some help staying accountable and you need a program to follow, hit me up, shoot me a message at the Beast Within 9 here. Be happy to talk to you and see if there's anything I can do to help. I've got everything from free resources to programs that range in cost. So just let me know what you're struggling with, and we can come up with the best plan of attack. For everybody else, thank you guys so much for showing up today. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. For my clients, the replay will be in the Facebook group. Watch it anytime. If you're watching the replay, drop your biggest takeaways in the comments and let me know what you got out of this. And I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a great fucking weekend.